Hello, Viking Vendetta here, also on BitChute to beat the censorship. Download this for re-upload to wear out the censors. Today, our series on Democrat race baiting continues. The parties didn't switch. That's why no one can name more than a handful of Dixiecrats who changed parties, and none of them were forced out as part of some supposed moral awakening. The platforms didn't switch. You didn't see Republicans suddenly start championing segregated schools or water fountains. You certainly didn't see any lynchings from them either. If anything, the lynchings went away when the South was put under new Republican management. So, unable to prove Republicans are racist, Democrats have now promoted the dog whistle conspiracy theory, namely that conservatives spoke in coded racial language to get racist whites to vote against the now pro-black Democrats. Now, ask them to tell you how they know a dog whistle when they see one, and they'll be stumped. Of course, any issue that works at getting Republicans elected will be called a dog whistle, like Nixon's law and order talking points. Except Nixon's base of support, if you bother to look at county-level results, was in the Midwest, overwhelmingly white. The only disorders they were paying much attention to were all the student radicals on their campuses trying to start commie uprisings. Not to mention, crime spiked across all demographics from the mid to late 1960s. That's why law and order resonated with a lot of people. But I know what you're thinking. What about the Southern strategy? How can you be talking about the Midwest when everybody knows he had a Southern strategy? Well, if Nixon had a Southern strategy, it sure didn't work because George Wallace won the South. You know, George Wallace, the Democrat blocking the schoolhouse door, kind of like today's Democrats opposing school vouchers so black kids can't get a better education. And yes, Nixon won big in the South in 1972, but he won every state but Massachusetts that time. But what about Reagan? Surely that welfare queen's line was racially coded, right? Nah. Republicans opposed welfare and handouts all the way back to the days of FDR and before. All the way back to the days when they ended slavery, their original handout for Democrats. Democrats then wanted to collect what they did not earn, and Democrats now want to collect what they did not earn. Republicans then and now wanted those who worked to keep what they worked for. Nothing has switched.